There's one right there.
Going into this, and I am that type of juror that just, I listen to what they say, and that actually affects a lot for me. It's not like I go into it with preconceived notions, and it's not like I campaign for anyone from the jury. You know, I don't do that.
100%.
So, I was sure going into this that I was voting for Petey. Petey played an incredible game, and I even said it in my exit interview that I wanted to see him win, but seeing the final three as it was, because I was almost sure that Cambry was going to be in final three as well, and she didn't make it there. Seeing the final three as it is, I can just see that the other two they did a lot more than Petey did. Petey played a very loyal game, and that's commendable, but he didn't move the game enough. He didn't do enough. His big moves that he said, you know, paled in comparison to the others. So with that, it's between Brody and Jake for me. Now I think Brody can talk his way out of anything, and so I'll give him that. But if I looked straight at strategy, Brody did have a lot of big moves, but I know I've watched Brody play enough. If he doesn't have a person behind him, he doesn't have anything. So with that, I'm probably in the minority, but I have to give my vote to Jake.
All right, and what are your final thoughts about your game, and what are you going to take away to apply to your future seasons?
Okay, I don't know what I did so right this game. I'll be dead honest. I can't figure out like a deciding principle that made me go this far and not get out like second round. I was blessed with a team that won consistently, and I think that saved my ass, because I know that I probably would have gone home if we were on Brody's tribe and it just kept losing. I know I would have gone home at that point. So that probably was my saving grace, because it's easy to stay in the first 2 or 3 rounds, especially when you've played before, because I can come out as a leader and tell all these, you know, all the people who hadn't played before, oh look, we vote this way, we vote that way, and they just do it. But once they start getting smarter, then it's a lot harder, and as the numbers dwindle down. So I was blessed with a team that did very, very well. That going into the merge really helped me, and then by the time the merge came, I was on the majority side. So with that being said, I don't know why I was the last maroon to be picked off. I don't know why I lasted that long and why they didn't get me out, you know, when they got Tristan out or anything like that. I don't know. I didn't ask that question. I should have. But I don't know. I guess this game, I'll be dead honest, because I'm not going to give myself credit where credit isn't due. I was blessed. That's why I got this far.
All right, and would you play again?
Of course I'll play again.
All right, thank you, Jillian.
Alrighty.
So, who are you voting to win?
I'm voting Jake to win, because we were on each other's side from the beginning, and what he said was completely true. Brody could not have done this on his own. All the information that Brody got was from Jake through Petey and I. Like, no, Brody wouldn't have been able to get the information that he had to do what he needed to do without the help of specifically Jake. So.
All right, and now that you have your first game under your belt, what experience or what new philosophy about the game do you have going into your next game?
Stay positive, be friendly with both, know both sides, know who's on what side, be friendly with both, and then towards the middle of the game, make your decision of where you need to be, and slowly, but not too abruptly, break ties with the other side, but still stay loyal to them, and try to, with your hardcore side, try to remain faithful, like try to help out your friends on the other side, but if you need to let them go, then just kind of hint to them, let them know, and then everything's fine. Because that's how I played, and I think it got me pretty far. So I'm going to stick with that strategy.
And would you play again?
Definitely.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, hello, Maddie. Who do you vote to win?
This game is stressful. I vote for Petey to win.
And what's your reason?
He played a very good, quiet, and loyal game, and I think that is That's the route I tried to play, and so I respect that mostly. But I don't know. I think Brody, yes, was a mastermind, and he had good plays, and he was very smart in what he did, and he deserves credit. But I think PD played an underrated game that people aren't seeing.
Okay. And now that you've experienced this game, what new kinds of strategies do you have for next time you play?
Definitely try to make firm, strong bonds from the get-go and try to stick with them as long as you can. And just, however, be more observant. Who constantly is talking to each other, who try to figure out who's working together, and then be firm with your allies and your bond, saying this is what we need to do. Don't let it flop. Just get people to be more trustworthy.
And would you play again?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you for playing.
I can see it. Okay, good.
All right. Hello, Tony. Who are you voting to win,
I'm voting for Petey.
and why?
Because Petey plays the kind of game that I like to play, which is honest, and you don't lie to anybody. You just do what the hell you need to do to win, and that's what he did. Jake is busted. Brody's busted. I didn't like it. Brody's fake. And yet he's still trying to take credit for all Jake's work. So I just don't get it. Like, you didn't do everything. And he keeps saying that, oh, I didn't need anybody to do the things I did. You alone, nobody's going to listen to you by yourself. You do realize that, right? You did need them. And then he even said that. He said, without these three, I wouldn't have done anywhere. I wouldn't have been here right now. But you just said you would have alone. Okay. Don't do oratory or anything else. Because you're bad at it. It's awful.
All right. And now that you have your first game under your belt, what's the big takeaways as a player from this game for you?
I would say to fight dirty, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be more aware. Because it gets real shady real fast, especially after round 3. So.
And would you play again?
Oh, absolutely. Hope you win, PP.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, Drake. Who are you voting to win?
To win. So honestly it just comes down to like what kind of game I respect more, and PD played a game that I would play. It's like my style of game, and I respect someone. I think it's big to be able to get through a game without ever having your name brought up, and because that's what I try and do every time I play, is just become friends with everyone, make sure that no one ever, and I don't like find the like big bold moves and like the, I don't know, backstabbing people, lying to people. I don't find that appealing, and just my personal preference. So I'm gonna vote for PD because I respect his game more than, it's all a matter of opinion, I guess, and I just respect PD's game more than Brody's. So, yeah.
All right. And now that this game is over, what's the big takeaway for next time you play?
I don't have any takeaway from this game. I was just upset. I was just really mad.
And would you play again?
Yeah, of course, always.
Hello, Tristan. Who are you voting to win?
I would like to see Brody win.
And why?
Because even though I like Petey the most, and I just like him as a person more, not personally, just in the game, I think Brody played a dirty game, but he played it so well that it can't just go unnoticed. And I think he just played it to perfection, and he knew how to manipulate people, and that just kind of worked out in his favor. And I think that without Brody, this game could have gone all kinds of different ways. Brody was the entire reason this game went the way it did. Because as soon as it was just those 4 people on the Pili Pili tribe, he had control of those 4 people, and he was able to take the other tribe and use that to his and use them and switch them over to him and use that to his advantage, which was insane. I don't know why people always do that, but it baffles me. But he's good at it, man. So I think he should win.
All right. And now that this game is under your belt, what's the big takeaway as a player for your strategy in the future?
Always stay with these power players and know who they're connected with. Because the whole reason the one reason I got out is because Petey's name came out of my mouth one time, and that was it. I brought Petey up to Jillian, and Jillian and Petey were close apparently. So she literally just yeeted all just right on to Petey, and Petey said, "Okay, we'll just get out." I'm like, well, I was wondering as soon as I got out, I was like, how? I did not see this coming. I was like, wait a second, Petey. So
Alright.
yeah, keep people's names out of my mouth.
And would you play again?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I am playing with it.
All right.
Counting on it.
Thank you. Can I say something? Can I say something that would be really entertaining after you say this vote? Okay. Ready for the red dot? All right. Hello, Sam. Who are you voting to win?
To win, I'm gonna vote for Petey, and I'm just gonna put Zach because I don't know how to spell Petey.
And why?
Because so Brody, he obviously, in my opinion, led the whole thing because he did, but he had too much blood on his hands, and that is kind of like a flaw, and like Zach, he just kind of like hid behind Brody, let him do all that stuff, stayed friends with everyone, and no blood on his hands, and I think that's the best route. I think it was a great plan.
All right. And now that this game is over, what's the big takeaway for you as a player for next time?
Well, obviously I need to strategize. It pains me to do it. But yeah, so I need to do that, and I just need to talk to people better, more, instead of just doing whatever I want to do.
All right. And would you play again?
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you, Sam. All right. Wait for the background noise. And hello, Amelia. Who are you voting to win?
I have to vote Brody because he just really deserves it. God, I really hope he wins because that was so painful for me to do.
And as a player, what's the big takeaway from this game for next time?
I don't know because I felt like in the moment, like I felt like I was doing everything right. Like I guess I don't want to say don't trust Brody. I don't want to say that because like because people could say that about me for some games, but I don't know. I just have to be, I guess, a more like selfish player, like look out for myself and not always tell someone what I'm planning to do, I guess.
And would you play again?
No. Yes, I would definitely.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking, bitch.
All right. Thank you, Amelia. Thank you.